Hello, everyone, and welcome to a quick fire finance. There is a bit of a variation. There's only me, mono. So I've noticed that Greg adds immense value around the finance space, but I don't get too much of an opportunity to share sort of my understanding and add value to you. So without further ado, let's kick off with the first question. Is the following a scam? Since getting it and filling out a form, they have been phoning me day and night. Please reply in your column or by email. I'm not answering my phone for that reason. Amazon shares investment. Register now for free and discover how to profit with Amazon shares. Free one-on-one training on how to start investing in Amazon shares. Find out how to generate income with Amazon. So I think they need to chuck Amazon in there a few more times. But they actually teach us from a financial standpoint, anti-money laundering and the things you need to be aware of from a scamming standpoint. And this is what you call whaling. So it's not necessarily to say this is good or bad, but you should start having your alarm bells go off first when you hear an instance like this. So whaling is when you leverage off the credibility of another brand and then utilize that to bring out money from people. So quite commonly people will pretend to be inland revenue and try and get money through that way, but why would inland revenue be reaching out to you on a channel that you're not normally used to? So that's one red flag. The other thing is that people, in this instance, are leveraging off greed. So we talk about it all the time in direct investment. You can win a lot or you can lose it all, and it's speculating. So even though Amazon is a credible company, it's been around a long time, and Jeff Bezos has done a lot of great things from building it from the ground up. I remember actually seeing his office, and it was like almost as though Amazon was just drawn in crayon on the walls, and his desk was just built from crates. So he was actually being so mindful of cost and cutting it so low, because it took them years to actually generate a profit, and no one really saw them as being potentially a big player because they didn't see internet as a concern. So they didn't actually play in that space. So that's how Amazon basically captured the markets. And I think Barnes Noble, is a major publishing group, and that would distribute books. And not too long ago, their last store closed, and they never saw Amazon as a key player in that regard. And so the books just took over. So this is not to say that Amazon is a good or bad company. It's just being aware that people tend to, when they're scamming, leverage off credibility. And if that person's not coming from the usual channels you're used to, like why would the inland revenue reach out to you and say, hey, you owe us $10,000. We're just cold calling you right now, and you're going to have to pay us through Amazon gift cards. You know, that is actually a common scam that people use, because it's an easy way for you to get a financial gain without there being any tracking. And so they slowly baby step someone through that scam. And it seems all credible, and they leverage fear and they leverage greed, and that should just be a red flag. So as immediately as people start talking about returns and don't actually talk about the contextual things that matter in your life, so an investment plan should be tailored to who you are, not the returns you can get. Because you could have the best investment model, like an index fund passively managed, that may outperform most other things, but if you can't handle the 40% up and 40% down, then that's not a good investment strategy for you. So on that note, just be mindful. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Greg's old saying. And for the most part, when you're going directly into an investment with one company, it's speculating. And you can do it for fun because it's a bit of a gamble. But if it's your wealth generating model, then it leaves you susceptible to a net loss. And as Greg was talking in the other quick fire finance, that when you lose money, it's hard to recoup it. So if you have $1,000 and you lose 50%, that's $500. But how much do you actually need to gain to get back to 1,000? You'd think 50%, but it's actually you have to get $500 again. So that's 100% gain. So every time you lose money, you're going further and further down a road you can't climb up again. So hope that was valuable. And once again, anyone that wants to sound silky smooth on audio, nzaudioeditors.com. And I really just want to add immense value to as many people as possible. And the only way I can do that is if you review honestly. I can improve it. If you tell people about it, more opportunity for them to not make those mistakes. And finally, if you send a question through, I can answer directly to you. So Ryan at OnePlan, ONEPLAN.co.nz. Thanks.